Dude Buddy Podcast, baby. I'm a buddy. He's a dude.
And I'm a dude and he's a buddy.
All right, Danny boy.
What's going on, pal?
Not too much.
Having a good time. This is our for all the viewers and for all the listeners, this is our cavalcade of insanity. We got a very busy schedule here. We are chopping about 5 or
What's
6
a cavalcade?
pods. Cavalcade would be just a long assembly of things. That would be a convocade.
Yeah, we got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of shit to pump out here.
Got a lot of shit to pump out.
Holidays are coming up.
Holidays are coming up. We're dispersing. It's the final push, I guess, here for the next couple of days to get things done before we clap our hands together for the holidays. And instead of saying he's a dude, he's a buddy, we say we're his son.
We're what?
We're his son.
We're his son?
We are a son.
We are a son.
We are a son.
We
are a son. We are a brother. We are a lover.
Oh, brother, lover, father. We are one.
We are one, and then we convert
the universe.
We convert ourselves into just being a civilian for the holidays and embracing our families and loved ones.
That's right. It's gonna be nice. I think. Here's the thing,
Instead
man.
of butting heads like a ram on the side of a cliff here, Jarrett.
Well, what are we gonna do, man?
I'm just kidding. We don't really butt heads.
No, we're doing good.
The listeners like our banter.
We enjoyed a nice breakfast together this morning.
Did. That was a lovely.
December has been different. You know, Christmas spirit has eluded me so far. I love Christmas, Danny. And it just hasn't found me yet.
You are.
Maybe I need to go find it.
You do. That's the thing about the holiday spirit, man, is it is everywhere around us.
True, but I mean, look we don't have a goddamn decoration up in this place. It would have been nice to have a little tree, even a trinket or two.
We do got a little tree.
Well, that's not you know what I'm talking about, man. I want a Griswold fucking family Christmas tree.
I would actually love that.
Cut it and it blows the windows out of the living room.
I am conditioned not to have like trees and like little things around. Well, I guess.
What do you mean?
Well, because we grew up in a household where Christmas was a very stressful time of year, not due to presents or the lack of love. It was my father was a postman. So
oh no!
Yeah, my father was a postman, so Christmas was like DEFCON 6.
I didn't even know that. That's
dude.
So funny.
Yeah, so he would be like, Christmas, it's all about gifts, and he's all stressed out and stuff like that, and then you know, family dynamics kind of halted a little bit throughout the childhood there, and you know, the Christmas spirit isn't really too strong when your parents bring out your gifts in a black garbage bag made by Glad.
Oh, it's so
can't really get
funny
Glad when they're pulling it out of the fucking.
Christmas is just synonymous with your father's worst time of the year.
Oh yeah, that's why we were like an Easter family, and I always thought it was funny where it was like we'd celebrate the death and resurrection of Christ more so than the birth of Christ in Bethlehem in a manger, but it was just the birth of overtime, really, for my father.
I have a buddy that trained to become a postman.
Postmaster, they would say here in
America.
America.
But he was training with this guy who was like the keener, you know, like a real fucking top dog at the post office, a hustler. And this guy was training with him during the fucking holidays.
Oh, so he's in his A game. You're coming into championship form right around October.
It broke him.
Yeah, dude.
It broke him.
Yeah, Christmas is not fun when you're stressing.
He did like 3.5 weeks and he quit. This guy was running him into the fucking ground.
Oh, for sure.
That is out of the pan and into the fire.
That's why it's like it's always funny when you see like the Christmas movies and the elves are like, oh yeah, this is fun, Christmas, and they're under such a huge rush. Yeah. But the real like thing would be like those guys would be chain smoking cigarettes, a couple of them up on perks,
working at Santa's workshop. Oh, yeah,
sure. You just see the eager elf just sniffing in the bathroom, ready to rock and roll.
Oh, they come home, they're fucking arguing over hot cocoa, the two elves, because they both just got put through the fucking ringer. Because you know Santa's relentless.
Oh yeah, Santa's
no breaks.
No breaks, buddy.
You think to get this fucking lovely holiday we have here, you know he's running a goddamn sweatshop.
Yeah,
up there
of course. Well,
if
we got to wear our lovely Nikes and our beautiful things like this, what makes you think the...
Well, you know, small hands are making them, whether that be an elf or a child somewhere, right? These are definitely delicately woven by tiny hands.
Oh, you have to for the little screws, you know? The little screws. You can't have big little, Albertan thumbs there. You You gotta have small little dainty Northern Pole.
So that's funny. You didn't get that warmth of Christmas time.
Well, I did. It doesn't sound like everything's a World Vision commercial in my household of Martinello's.
Oh, I think I would suggest that the Martinello house is quite opposite of a World Vision commercial.
It's more of like
a very white Christmas.
Yeah. Well, actually, no, it was very fun. We listened to coincidentally we listened to a lot of like soul and Motown classics for Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You, your mom, and your brother huddled up in the room while your dad screams, "Turn it the fuck down! I gotta be up in 2 hours!"
Yeah. But the best part, though, was because I asked him, I said, "Dad, what do you think about the Amazon?" He goes, "Any company that lightens my load, it's a good company in my books."
There you go.
Yeah.
See? That's Amazon. Not evil.
Not why they're on strike. Canada Post.
Canada Post is that who your father worked for?
My father still works for Canada Post.
He does?
Yeah, it was a parcel delivery guy, and it was actually funny too because my mom's the breadwinner in the family, so she's going to her big government job there when I was a kid, and sometimes she couldn't pick me up from school, so my dad would pull up in the post van, the parcel delivery van, pick me up, open the sliding door, and then I had to sit in the back of the truck and finish his route some days.
That sounds like a fun day for a kid, though.
Anyway, well,
to
not
a degree.
Really, 'cause I get off at school at like 3, and then I'd get off
straight
work
out to
fucking straight out to the parcel delivery.
Free fucking labor.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And I just have to listen to my dad like bitch while he's driving. He goes, Daniel, if you don't find anything that you can do, this might be your job. And then I'm like, fucking sliding back and forth with the parcels.
Yeah, you're driving by all these front lawns where kids are building snow forts. Oh yeah, fucking snowman.
And I'm trying to look
tackling each other.
Trying to look through the window, but I can't because my dad has. Hey, no, you gotta get to the back where the parcels
Get the fucking back! What are you doing? I'm driving here.
And he'd hit a corner real quick, and I slide.
Oh, that's awesome! You're just bouncing around back there with everybody's.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that detail, Danny.
Yeah, that was a little thing. We never really. We always enjoyed the Christmas holidays and stuff like that. And like
Christmas Day, was that a nice time?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
it was excellent. My parents would actually go to a lot of parties growing up. They'd go to the Odingas.
The Odingas, is that a neighbor?
Yeah, no, that was my buddy, my dad's buddy's soccer friends. Remember when I was telling you about Rose, that one way where I have that's
sweet Rose,
sweet Rose, and her beautiful
bosoms.
Yeah, I'd rest in there.
Those were the Bodingas or whatever.
So Christian Norm's brother was the one that was fraternizing with Rose, and they would always have their Easter or their Christmas Eve parties, and we'd always go there. And they had a painter. And he was part of the crew, and he'd always have his paintings up in the galleries in Edmonton and stuff. And he'd always tell us about his paintings, and he'd sip us some wine. He'd be
Sounds like a guy you don't want to get cornered by at a party after a few
cocktails. But it was actually kind of weird now that you think about that, because he was always talking to us, and then we would always be like, "Oh, nice about your art," and then they'd always be like, "Oh, tell him about your paintings, hey?" And then he would talk to us, and then now that I'm thinking about it, I think that guy was just there for like the effect of having an artiste at the party, but no one really was talking to him but us.
Well, no, he sounds insufferable.
Yeah.
Fucking parents aren't talking to this fucking guy.
But it was nice. But we always had Christmas parties.
Guys, just paint. What kind of art do you have up in a gallery in Edmonton?
Just pictures
husks
of us, little corn. Boys.
Just
little boys. Yeah.
In a kiddie pool.
Yeah, these are our Christmas photos. I call this one a nice. I call this one a flake of snow. And then it's just me naked, covered in snow.
It always has a nice name. Like, this one's Jingle Bells.
Yeah, look at this one.
You tied up.
Yes, it's a very nice painting. As you can see, I put chestnuts over his private parts so it would allure to it, but a nut is still a nut.
And this was a friend of the family, or was he just a friend of the community?
I think this was a friend of the community of friends that my parents had.
The Dingleberries. What were their names?
The Odingas.
Right. The Odingas. Odinga does it.
They were Dutch.
They were okay.
The Odingas.
Tell you what, nothing but surprises coming into Edmonton this morning. You got an artist. You got Danny's postman father. It really gives me.
I found out my brother, deep down inside, secretly wants to be a baker.
Yeah,
Found that out.
That's dark.
Yeah, no, I was actually it was a very cute thing.
No, I like it
because he's going back to get his third ticket. He's going to get his refrigeration and HVAC, and he was bitching the whole time I was there, being like, "Fuck, man, I'm going back to apprentice rates. I'm going back to doing all this stuff. I'm getting exploited, blah 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 blah." And then I'm like, "Well, man, let me ask you this, buddy. If things change here in our future, and I get the ability to pay for your school, and money's not an option, and you don't have to worry about minimum wage, what would you be, man? Would you go to like carpentry? Would you go into?" And I'm thinking trades, and he looked at me and goes, "You know, bro, no one's really asked me this, but I'd really like to be a baker. I think that'd be pretty cool.
I like that.
Being able to bake all your stuff and like have fresh bread and food and all the intricacies of pastries and other things like that, man. I think it'd be really."
What a vulnerable moment for a tough guy.
It was.
I like those.
It was.
I like those moments where all the layers come down.
A little tear grew up.
Yeah, and you got a guy who's been working the rigs. He's like, I just want to watch blueberry muffins rise.
I just would love to understand how pies really work.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
What makes the flakies more flakes? You know, I'm tired of working with snowflakes. I want to work with pastry flakes.
Chase your dreams, bro.
That's what I say.
Chase your dreams. Quits everything. Can't bake, though.
Can't bake. He's illiterate in it. Fucking, yeah. He's good at all other kind of chemistry, but then baking, he's like, it's just not worked out. Or he can't get up in the mornings, eh?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you gotta be up at 4 a.m. if you want to be a pastry chef.
You got to be up at 6 a.m. on the site, but 4 a.m. at the bakery oven.
It's way harder.
Way harder.
Way harder.
No one understands the ins and outs.
Takes way more love.
A lot of early mornings.
Yeah. Can't just call your buddy a fucking pussy either at the bakery.
No.
Because he actually is.
Yeah,
you have to be careful with that.
Yeah, instead of calling kids...
Go ahead. Go ahead. Carhartt hat's a little tight today.
Yeah,
huh?
It is. Yeah, I know. No, I strategically knew I wasn't going to say that because I did say a little word on the other pod that I thought was...
Yeah, Danny, you're slipping and sliding. I'm just kind of letting it happen. Even when you say things like, for the second time in a couple days, if money's not an option, which we both know money's not an obstacle, right? But I'm just kind of giving you some free reign, and maybe that is, in fact, the Christmas spirit.
It's the Christmas spirit, buddy.
I should check in.
You should check in. Let's check in. Let's get it going.
Well, it's a dark day.
Is it for you?
No, it's not dark. I'd say I've been a little down the last couple days.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Let's get into it.
You know, fucking had 20 days, no booze, and I had a night of drinking, and then it kind of, it's like pulling the thread on the T-shirt when I do that, Danny, right? It all comes undone again.
Instead of getting a lighter to singe it.
Should have singed, but I pulled it. I pulled when I should have singed.
It's all right. And sometimes that's what it's all about, is finding a fray. And
oh, yeah. I had 20 days off, and then I got back on. Didn't really enjoy it. Now,
what are you talking about? Come on, man. The faces you were making and the fun you were having when you were drinking. Don't say that for the viewers, buddy. You were happier than a pig in shit with that bottle in your hand.
For a moment.
For
a fleeting moment.
Yeah, that fleeting moment was 12 hours.
But then yesterday, had shit to do, and I just felt fucking lazy. And then, I feel lazy again today. We got a lot to do today. I got a full fucking day, Danny.
You got a full day. We have a full day. Yeah, but whatever, Jared. You enjoyed it. And you know what? That one day we slept for a good 16 hours.
Well, we just didn't really leave our rooms that day, and that's what I'm talking about. That for you is a good day. That for me is a dark day. You know what I mean? You love it. You love it. If I'm not out here rustling around and pressuring you into getting up and doing stuff, then you're very, very happy to just stay in bed all day. And I think you took that as a big W. And I kind of was over on the other side of this little apartment taking it as an L.
Well, yeah,
but
I took
that was okay.
We had a busy day that we had planned, and you pushed it all back.
Well, I pushed one. No, I still got up and did stuff yesterday. I went and did someone else's podcast, and then we still got our workout in.
Yep.
I still made it out to do shows today. We got a couple podcasts. We got the gym again. I got shows to do later. I don't know. The motivation's not there. The spirit's gone. The motivation's not there. But we're going to find it. We're going to figure it out. I'm going to say today I am I'm 5'5".
5'5"?
Yeah, we'll get it
Rolls
up, though.
Royce.
We'll get her up, though.
5'5". That's how much you're hovering? Shit, dog. I thought you were at least a 6. 5'5", Jared the Clouds.
I think I can get up to a 6 by the end of this pod here. Maybe
I think so. Yeah. I can rev you up.
I just feel not unmotivated.
Dude, you're talking to a blank canvas over here.
Well, yeah, I know.
No one's been Danvers. Danvers, buddy. I got a Danvers hat on.
No, I think that I don't know. There's just a spark missing this week, but I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna get it. I got a few shows tonight that I gotta go hammer. We got these pods. I think it's I just gotta get in the groove doing stuff. Maybe I gotta get myself down to Midtown, get my eyes on that big fucking tree, Danny.
I think we gotta do that before we go.
We both need to get a nice hot drink in our hands. Maybe some can't have mulled wine, can we? But
you can.
I don't wanna.
Dude, you know what you should do? Let's go get a nice coffee. We'll put a little bit of Bailey's in to get the cream going so it's nice, and then we'll dump a little bit of some spice rum inside.
It's eggnog season.
Let's get fucked up.
Nah, it's eggnog season though, man. You like eggnog? You seem like a guy.
I wasn't really too big on the nog.
Who can put away some nog.
I can put away some nog. The thing about me, buddy, is like I can eat a lot, and I love eating. I love drinking. I think it's the Roman blood I have inside me that it just enjoys it, where it's like, fucking, let's have the gluttony. Let's have the whatever I want. Let me eat as much as I can. Let me drink as much as I can, you know?
I know you don't have an off, but we're gonna get back to that. Why don't you check in, and then I'd like to dig into that a little bit.
Okay, we will. Me?
Come on, 7-8. Come on.
No, I'm not going to say 7-8. I think I'm hovering around a 7-2, 7-3.
Okay, so relative to your 7-3, 5-5 ain't that fucking
That's
bad.
Not that bad, yeah, I guess. So I think it is. It is, dude. I think it's the combination of the seasonal changing here, where it is transferring into like that actual winterness of it, where I feel that, and
seasonal depression.
Maybe not the depression, but it's just like, I think it's just the naturalness of a human being in the winter, and where all the other animals are starting to hibernate. You know, you have this, it's the natural cycle where the days are shorter and the nights are longer. So naturally, I feel like it's just, there's a lack of the motivation within the world, but also the fact that it's like, if you got nothing to do, why do anything? You know?
Well, yeah, that's one theory.
But we do. There is like lots.
There is things to do, but also if you have nothing to do, I mean, you know,
you could be proactive to do it. But
exactly. But from time to time, you should embrace also just fucking like.
Well, yeah, and it's like, I think the big of the laziness is where it's just like, okay, now we're coming up to the holidays, where it's like, all right, let's slowly taper it off, shut her down. There's nothing much here, and kind of looking at it where it's like my last couple days or last few weeks here in New York, where I'm like, fuck it, I'm not going to be able to enjoy that room as much as it is, because
it's true. You should enjoy that, and because yeah, this is like, you know, we got like a week left here, and then things are going to be different for a while.
Yes.
So it is nice for you to enjoy that room.
And it's like, bro, like, what are we doing here, eh? Like, some days it's like, I just want a game, bro. I just want to have that fun with my friends online, bro. Jump into the world, bro, and just enjoy myself. You know what I'm saying, man? I can put all my problems, all my cares, all my worries, fuck out of here. Put them in a little box. Put them on the shelf. Pick up the controller. Teleport to a whole new world, man.
Fuck yeah.
And I enjoy that.
That's nice.
I enjoy it. I enjoy just doing nothing, bro. I do so much in my life that when I get chances to do nothing, I do the nothingness, bro.
Well, nothing is something, brother.
Let me tell you, man, my whole entire life, people are saying, hey, man, you're doing nothing. I say, I'm doing something. They say, what you doing? I say, I'm trying to do nothing. Now, fuck off and let me do nothing. If I could chain smoke cigarettes, drink beer, smoke weed, play video games, eat a carrot or two on the side with a big bowl of bolognese gravy and sauce, I'd do it.
Yay. Amen, brother. Amen, brother. Let me tell you something. I've always been acutely aware of the fact that my favorite thing to do is nothing. I love fucking marathoning TV shows. I love watching movies. I love to fucking just play games, relax, kind of shut out the rest of the world. So like the hardest thing I do every day is trying to do nothing.
Yeah, and it's like when people ask you, "Are you working hard to hardly work?" and you say, "I'm working hard to hardly work, man." Like, what are we doing here?
And to your point, I do think it's great. You got 1 week left here, and I think it's nice that you're spending all of it in your room with a headset on.
Well, it's like, man, I gotta get my
call
money.
your name 3 times, and then I literally have to darken your doorway and stand there for your head to turn because you just got explosions happening in your ears, and then you still don't take the headphones off. I was go, huh? I'm like, well, I'm not gonna say it again and tell you I see an ear.
I gotta get my money's worth for this fucking room, bro.
Yeah, I feel.
No, but it's also like it's I don't know. It's the holiday season and things are starting to go, and like fucking 3 of the 2 shows that I went, or 2 of the 3 shows I went to, fucking canceled.
Well, a lot of the comedy right now is taking a beating here. I mean, I've been on, I think 3 shows as well in the last week that have all been canceled, and I've been like put into like 2 shows have been like fused together because it's just what happens. People stop spending as much money in December. People don't really want to go out. It's the first time it's really cold, right? It is dark at fucking 4:30, and a lot of times, yeah, the audiences, they just kind of take a beating for these few weeks, and then they kind of come back in the new year. But yeah, I'm feeling it, man. I'm feeling it out there.
Yeah, and it's like, you know,
I don't know.
It's like, what the fuck are we doing?
Well, Danny, we're
what
just
the
trying
fuck
to
are we doing?
We're trying to keep our head above water.
I know. But what the fuck are we doing?
I mean, here's the thing.
You gotta go outside. You ain't gotta do much.
We're having trouble just getting dressed and going outside. Meanwhile, there's a guy who came to New York for maybe the first time. We don't know, right?
Yep.
Spent what I have to assume was a lovely 10 days.
Yep.
And then he shot a man in the back of the head.
Yeah.
And he got away scot-free.
And he was enjoying a nice stroll and a bike ride and a lovely afternoon in the park.
The CEO, what was the company called?
Fucking Meta Dead.
The health CEO assassinated in New York City this week. It's big news here, which not oddly, but like it is kind of it's interesting to see the relationship that Americans have to healthcare.
Yeah.
Here, because I have never seen somebody's. I mean, we were at a show the other night with very liberal comics. You've never seen somebody's death be celebrated this way.
The only death that could be more celebrated, like they didn't even celebrate Gaddafi's death more.
Dude, this is I don't know, man. This feels like
if I was back in Canada and
Saddam
I saw a
Hussein
CEO
all
of
over
America, I'd shake his hand and say, "Thanks for taking care of my bills."
This is Bin Laden.
This is fucking.
You know, people are treating it like it's just. And you know what? I get it because these guys are monsters, dude. They're the reason that a lot of people can't get life-saving surgery. If you can't afford it, they don't even want to save your fucking life in this country. Anyways, this guy got killed.
Well, since I've been moved here, I realized why there's so many like amputees and all these people that are like disheveled because it's like, what would I rather have, my arm or financially?
Well,
like being crippled.
I think there's a stat too that it's like 1 in 4 homeless people in this country are veterans. They're people that served their country in the war. So let's just say there are some.
And you got these migrants. You got these migrants coming here, getting all the bills, getting paces played, while the veterans are lonely and forgotten on the street.
It's not bad. Could use a little work.
Could be used a lot of work.
Could be used a lot of work.
Could be used a lot.
But so this guy comes in, right? Jake Gyllenhaal looking motherfucker. They got kind of a, you know, we've seen the images of him
smiling
at the hostel, looking handsome,
so happy,
looking ready to do what he's got to do. He shot this guy in fucking Midtown Manhattan, like a
with a nice little
upscale part of town, little pea shooter.
That's how you know, like, you've watched a lot of like movies on like assassinations or true crime, or like played a lot of video games where you go, that's a made gun. He's going it. Each one he's loading in a chamber. Several pieces.
No, what I read today is that now police are thinking it might be whether modified or not, but a vet gun, a veteran, a gun that they use only on farms.
Oh,
to
shit!
Kill animals.
Like one of those, like a rod kind of.
Like
gun.
it's kind of. I don't know if it's the rod. Like I think it actually shot a bullet, but like yeah, it's designed in that way to put down an animal without making a sound to scare all the other animals.
Well, let me tell you, it did put down an animal.
Put down the beast.
Put down the beast. Big pharma and healthcare.
But that's interesting, right? Because, I mean, you've said to me that you think that this is You think it's a paid?
I think it's a paid hit.
You think it's a paid hit?
I think it's a paid hit.
And I think it might just be a guy going rogue, dude.
Because Granny couldn't get her
Somebody
medical
in his
bill?
life was probably affected, whether that be him directly, someone in his family, or he's just one of those dudes in the same fucking way that you see these guys go after politicians or just angry kids that go after schools. Like,
This could be very true.
He just might be a guy, once they find his manifestos and everything, and he'll probably be one of those guys that was writing a lot into a fucking journal.
I love those guys. I love that. If you're a person that does these tragic and awful events and you don't have a manifesto, I think you're missing out on a valuable part of the story.
You blew it.
That's why, as you remember that one kid that was driving around, that incel, and he wrote the manifesto, and they did the live stream to Facebook, and then went around to all, a couple laundromats in a couple places, and was killing those women. It was it happened probably about 8 years ago, maybe 5 years ago.
Yeah, and he had some scribblings at home.
Yeah, and then I think
they all do. I mean, I think they all do, but whatever it turns out to be, he came here for 10 days, so I wonder if he there's no way he got here and then while he was in New York, it's what would be really fucking cool to do.
Oh, he came here with the purpose.
Maybe he went and did other things. Maybe he went to Times Square, underwhelming. Maybe he went to Central Park, underwhelming. He saw the Empire, underwhelming, and he's like, "What can I do to get the most out of New York?
Yeah.
What can I do to get the most out of New York?"
And then while he's thinking about doing it, and then he goes and gets a nice little bagel and a hot coffee, and then the hot coffee scalds his hand.
It burnt him,
and he goes.
And he caught a shit bagel. He went to one of the spots that's too close to the tourist area. It might be a little overpriced.
Yeah, if you go to a bagel place and I'm not seeing 4 yarmulkes, I'm not even getting the bagel. So he probably went to a shit little one beside a dollar slice place.
He probably bought a bagel from a white guy.
Yeah.
Right?
He went to Trader Joe's for a bagel.
But now he had to get his hands on this fucking special gun. I mean, he obviously came here with this purpose. But so then after he killed the man, he hops on a bike. City bike, right?
Gets away.
Goes into Central Park.
Yeah.
Which, interestingly enough, they say, aside from some entrances and exits, no cameras in Central Park, which is kind of fucking insane, right?
Think after all the rapes and murders, you get a little
You would think there'd be, dude,
little eyes in the sky.
You're talking about this massive patch of land that sits in the middle of the biggest metropolis in all of North America.
That's where they get
next
their
to
peace,
Mexico
though,
City,
maybe.
of course. Sure. No, I like that there's no, I like the idea that it's not treated like every other part of downtown.
Yeah, because they heard.
I mean, for fuck's sake, Danny, I opened my window in the morning, I got the NYPD looking into my
Yeah,
bedroom.
but they also said no cameras in the washrooms, and there's a lot of people taking pisses and shits there, so they probably thought that was the biggest bathroom.
Gotta be a fucking loophole.
If you look at it, Central Park is basically a dog park for humans to defecate and
100% it is. But there are parts of Central Park where you truly feel like you are not in the city, where you get into a very there are little you can get into a part with a little fucking creek or a little stream and just trees and rocks, and it could be a moment where it's just you and some fucking squirrels and you don't even know you're in New York City.
Yeah.
And then, one moment later you see all the I mean, it's obviously tourist heavy and everything, but the idea that it's not monitored at all and people could still just go in there and do. Now I wonder if this guy fucked that up. Is there going to be an initiative to add camera? I mean, there's
because
so much.
Because he killed the CEO.
Because it's a powerful person that was killed in a part of town that is really important to New York to keep attractive to tourists and to the wealthy people. It's Midtown Manhattan.
Yeah, but I think that adds to the allure of New York City and the park.
Yeah.
Where they go, this park is a place where you can get away.
Yeah. Come play.
Play in the park after dark.
Yeah, I mean, truly though.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, the one murder of a CEO in Midtown, and this is going to change Central Park, opposed to all the rapes and murders that have been there.
100%.
And the docu-series that have been.
I just think you'd be surprised. Look at the fabric of this fucking nation, right? First of all, look at these people in power, right? And how they're not liked whatsoever. Then you take healthcare, you add that, right? Big problem. But the way that they handle crimes for, rich white people versus a lot of the other people that would have been murdered, and dumped there, there's a huge discrepancy there in how these things are dealt with. Now, I ain't looking for any cameras in Central Park because I like to get out there.
You like go to
Drop
Central
my
Park
pants
and now it's just a bunch of R2D2s just driving around, rolling around. Like they got the little
like the things that
cops.
deliver sushi.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but I don't know.
This part of the
it's
park is
interesting.
closed.
It's exciting because this guy's still out there. They think he left New York, got on a Greyhound. This guy's just a comedian.
He took a train to to Jersey, or he took a train to a bus stop in Jersey, and then now he's worldwide.
He's Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
Pitbull,
Pitbull.
baby. He, yeah, dude. I mean, he's a comic. Came here on a bus, stayed in a hostel, fucking got on a Greyhound, left, and he killed.
Yeah, he killed.
He did good.
Did a
Went
couple
to New York,
open mics.
killed, got on a bus, left.
Now he's gone.
Fuck yeah.
Conquered the city.
Might never be seen again.
No, well, let me tell you, he did a lot more in 10 days for notoriety
Let me
than
ask
I
you
did
this.
in fucking a year.
Does he turn up alive or dead?
Ooh, I don't think he turns up at all.
You think he's gone?
I think he's a ghost in the shell.
Merry Christmas.
See you later.
That's great. That'd be fucking pretty cool, huh?
Family's got a
bunch
of they got, instead of lumps of coal in their socks, they got a bunch of ashes in an urn for the family.
There you go.
Over the fireplace.
Put
Daddy over the fireplace.
I like that there's like what they said today is that when they're like showing those pictures, and this is the case all the time, right? They're like, somebody in this country knows this guy. Like there's a couple people that are like, oh fuck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, he did it.
He did it.
He did it.
And all they're probably but have they put up a reward yet? Because that's when those people you can sit on some fucking information until they're like, here's 50 fucking grand.
Yeah.
To give it,
And
right?
then 50 grand would just it's like one of those things where it goes, yeah, I don't know, I think I'm vaguely remembering it, and then buddy puts a couple bucks and go, actually, yeah, now that I think
It's
about
starting
it,
to come back to me.
it's starting to come back, but I just can't get the actually, yeah, he was on the corner of 4th and 5th at 9 p.m. on Thursday.
You fold like a fucking shirt, dude.
Yeah.
No fucking problem.
Yeah.
There's no loyalty in that game.
Yeah.
But I wonder if this is because it also feels like a plan, like that this guy, probably never talked to anybody about it before, though. Like that had to be a full
What you got to look for is who benefits from this situation.
America.
Who benefits directly from the situation within
America.
the organization? That's you got to. Where's his underlings?
Oh, you're still thinking
Who's
under the
getting his
guise
power?
of the hired hit.
It's a hired hit.
Yeah.
I think so.
I mean, it could very well be. And if that's the case, if we're talking like if this guy's an actual fucking assassin, and now he is like
Assassin.
Now he's in Prague,
Oh, loving
working on his next hit.
Oh, counting all his money from that wire transfer when it hits. And all you see is those 7 digits in the green letters.
That's got to be a 7-digit hit,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Don't forget to extract your weapon from the site 47.
That's what I'm picking. Yeah, exactly.
Diana?
He's got a
Diana's
barcode on
on-
the back of his
yeah.
fucking head.
Yeah, Diana's on the other side.
Yeah. I mean, listen, God bless you, man. Good luck on your journey. We're all following closely.
We're all following closely. Morning America.
Rooting for you over here.
And we just really
Just keep it going. It's exciting.
we really hope you get a couple. Now you got to go to a pharmaceutical company. Get the whole Medicare. Get the Doctors Guild.
Well, they said there's been a big uptick. Private security companies have seen a massive uptick since this happened. All these guys, all these fucking scumbags.
Couple operatives.
Scumbags needing
Black
some
Rock
protection.
operatives.
They need protection.
Yeah, I got out of the service 4 years ago. Now I'm in the private sector. Did 3 tours over in Afghanistan. A couple of my men didn't come back. I carry them with me everywhere I go. The memories never fade. Neither does the protection. I'm going to need half of the money up front, the other half when the job is completed. I'm going to need all your details, your ins, your outs. Nobody moves without me knowing it.
And this is just the speech you give right before you drop in Call of Duty.
Yeah, exactly.
Every time.
This is the speech I give right before I order fucking
Half of that's to
3
yourself
slices
in the
of
mirror,
pizza.
and the other half's to the boys.
Dude,
Right?
I've always had I've always wanted to have that moment. I've always wanted to be a detective just so I can come home and my wife is bitching at me.
Oh, you got to pour 2 fingers of whiskey first thing. You
Pour
got to
2 fingers
loosen
of
tie.
whiskey, loosen the tie. I take the belt. I take the badge. Put it on the table. I take my service pistol. I put it on the table and go.
It's a dog's breakfast out there.
You don't think I'm getting this everywhere I go? and I have to come home to a place of peace. Do you know what it's like looking at photos of children shot in the face, Martha? Do you even understand what's going on out there? And I come home, you're supposed to have a quiet place, and all I'm hearing is you bitch about certain things that I could give a shit about. I'm up to here with pressure from my precinct trying to get the perp, and all I want to do is come home, have a nice glass of whiskey while you have a glass of wine. And
you know what, Martha? You want me to start calling you the commissioner because you're always up my fucking ass?
You're always up my fucking ass. You're causing all this disdain in this relationship. I should have married the other woman, but I married you because I felt sorry for you and your fucking father.
Just a vein sticking out of the side of your fucking head.
Yeah. You know what it's like out there? You have no clue what I'm doing these days. Yeah, I don't know because you don't tell me. And that's the point. I want to shut off. I don't want to bring the shit home with me. Look what you're making me do. You're making me yell at you. I promised you, brother, I would never upset you.
And then your beeper goes off again. Boop, 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 boop.
Son of a bitch. And then I...
Yeah.
Where are you going? I don't know. Whatever they tell me is where I'm going. You mom and a GPS tracker on you, sweetheart. I fucking love you. I couldn't do this life without you.
I was hoping it would come back to passion.
I'm sorry for yelling at you. You know, I just got a lot of things on me, and I'm a high-stress job. And you know I'm a high-stress guy, so, but it's not anger, it's passion, baby. I fucking love you. I'll be home, hopefully in a couple hours. I got you something. It's in the box in the upstairs in the armoire. Put it on for me. I fucking love you. But if you ask me anything more about my job, I swear to God, I'm gonna fucking snap. You don't want me to snap. I gotta get out of here. Kiss Michael on the head for me, too. I don't want to wake him up. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Misunderstood. We all were, though. His teachers don't know shit. He's not a retard, okay? I love you. I gotta go. Bye-bye. Yeah. So happy I saved you from that Ukrainian gulag or whatever the fuck they call it over there.
Oh, this is a fucking...
I love you.
Layered detective.
I'm a layered detective.
I like that this started with you saying, I just want to be a detective so I can have this.
I just want...
This is the life you want. God damn it, Barbara! Barbara. Oh, that's
or I
awesome.
want to have those moments where you're an army guy and you're just chilling and you go
and you're just getting fucking PTSD strikes while you're at home.
Yeah, you're just chilling, and then you're like, yeah, man, and then all of a sudden, shots over there, and they go, hey, enough war stories, Rodriguez, you gotta come with me, all right, Marshall, you're taking point. This is what we're going in. We're going in there, we're gonna go on. Cops give us a whole bunch of things. Well, ops ready to rock and roll. Maybe let's get going.
Yeah, I just want to have a life where somebody drops a toilet seat from too high up, and I crawl under a table and hide. Because I'm a fucking hero.
Because you're scared?
I'm a fucking hero, dude. You understand? Someone drops a plate in the sink, and I fucking run into the bedroom,
You just hear
slam the
someone
door.
sets off the drilly. Choking your wife. And
Yeah, well, yeah, you come to from a blackout, and you're on top of her.
It's okay, honey.
Oh, my God.
It's okay, honey.
Oh, my God.
It's okay, honey.
No.
I'm fucking sorry. I fucking saw his face again.
Oh, Danny, there's still opportunities for you to get to that place.
I saw his face again, man. I just can't get his face out of his fucking face, man.
Oh, it's okay, baby. It's okay, baby. You're home. You're home now. You're home now, baby.
I'm never gonna be home. There's a piece of me that's always gonna be there. They did nothing for me, man. The fucking VA did nothing for me, man.
See?
Yeah, scene. We're
I
done.
think that just, you know what I think that was? I think we just had a breakthrough. That got oddly therapeutic. Look at you now. You're broken down.
Sometimes
It's all gone. No, something left your body there.
Yeah.
Something that needed to happen.
Yeah.
It was very special. Happy I got to be here for that.
Sometimes I forget we're doing a podcast.
I didn't the whole time,
Yep.
but I do think that whatever just happened needed to happen, and I'm happy it did. And now when you go back into your room for the next 24 hours, You fire up Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate.
You just remember.
I come
You're
out for
a
a little
fucking
snack.
hero. You do come out for snacks. Anytime you hear what you think might be a snack, you actually woke up this morning, came outside, and asked me if I
thought
think
you were
bacon.
sizzling bacon.
Hadn't even been up.
Really? Where'd the sizzling come from?
Well, Danny, you have an eating disorder.
I do.
What's it called again?
Well, I don't have it.
Parter Willis?
No, when I was growing up, my mom thought me and my brother had Peter Willis. Parter Willie. Parter Willie.
You have an Elder Dandis.
I got
and
Elder
Parter
Dandis
Willie.
and Parter Willie.
The two fucking funniest names for serious diseases and disorders.
Yeah, Parter's Willie is where you just have an insatiable scent of food where
You just can't stop eating. You eat
can't
until you
stop
throw
eating.
up.
Yeah, you can't stop eating. It's a big thing for diabetes and like things. But I did research. It's actually a very sad disease. It's like, you know, those little fat, dumb, obese kids. That's pretty much what it is.
Well, so is Elder Dandis, but doesn't stop us.
No.
I like it because you were saying the other day. We were talking something about food, and then you said in all sincerity, like, fucking sometimes, dude, I just fucking eat until I puke, and I'm like, that sounds like the dumbest guy problem to ever have, where you just can't stop eating and you have to throw up.
Well, because you were all like, man, I feel like I should
It's
throw
not like
up.
a bulimic thing. It's like literally just like, this is so good. Can't stop.
It's my Roman blood, bro. It's the vomitorium.
One time you and I ordered a large pizza, and while the pizza was on its way here, you made a big sandwich and you ate it, and then the pizza got here, and then you couldn't finish the pizza, and you went into your room sick, and then you came out 10 minutes later and finished the pizza, and then went back to your room even sicker. I've never seen someone make a giant sandwich while the pizza's on its
Dude,
way.
I love food, man.
Oh, I love food too, dude.
I love
Truly.
food. I love eating it. I love how it makes people feel. I like just like all around. And like I have a fascination where it's like you do see these people that are like morbidly obese and they just keep eating and you're like, fuck yeah.
The Whale, dude.
Yeah.
The Whale.
Like The Whale.
Have you seen The Whale?
Yeah.
That is you. Like you could make those, like they meme the shit out of that fucking movie. I should just make a whole list of Danny Martinello memes from The Whale.
You should.
Just chugging all that shit out of the fridge at 4 a.m.
Yeah, I love like my favorite thing to do is just like lay in bed and eat food.
I know.
A lot
Honestly,
of girlfriends
dude,
would get mad at me.
It is the best.
A lot of girlfriends would get mad at me.
Yeah, okay, you got cookies in the bed? Yeah, but I mean, if you, I don't know if life gets better than eating in bed, dude.
No, that's
it might be
how-
like that might be my ceiling. I might have seen as good as it gets, and that's just mucking a fucking dude and something that shouldn't be in bed.
Yeah, like a fucking
Bowl of ramen,
Oh,
hey?
soups in bed?
Oh,
Let me tell you.
I've eaten everything in bed, bro.
Yeah.
Everything
What's the favorite thing you've eaten besides the ramen in bed?
in bed.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, dude. I've had full blown sushi platter in bed before.
Mmm.
Very nice.
Very regal.
Yes.
Very rich.
Danny. Exactly. Very, very regal.
That's not a la carte. That's a la bed.
That's no, it's not a la carte. Imagine having a la carte in bed.
Oh,
Just a
dude.
guy bringing it to you, one piece at a time.
But he
Doing
doesn't bring,
caviar bumps.
he like if there's 3 stations and then they wheel the bed to each station.
You got a guy making Caesar salad
Yeah,
beside,
right
your
beside
bed.
the bed.
Cutting a guy coming out. Oh, dude, a guy bringing a plate of like fucking Wagyu tomahawks to the
Oh,
bedside,
and then you get to pick
describing the
which
meat
one.
to you. Sure.
Yes,
And then he leaves the room for a moment, comes
And then
back.
you look at him, you say, medium well, and he goes, sir, we don't do that. I say,
See,
my
this
house,
is
my
how
rules.
kings used to live. This is when they used to call gout king's disease. Gout is just a thing that happens when you're
Eating too much
a
bread.
gluttonous fat asshole for the most.
Just drinking, just fucking slurping back with some slices of rye
I mean, you
bread.
could get it. Yeah, I guess. But like,
Well, it's a build of acid, right? It's a buildup of acid.
yeah. But I know it affects people. It's easier to get when you're older too. Like there's just like different things. But it's the king's disease, Danny. I got the king's disease. Like no, you didn't. You fucking were eating ribeye in bed.
Yeah, if that's. I remember my dad got gout and he couldn't get up to piss in the night. He's an older guy and he'd get gout, but his gout was so hard that he would just be like, and he'd piss in a jug beside his bed.
Fuck yeah.
I'm like, if that's what kings do, then
Guy's treating his bed like an 18-wheeler.
just whip some piss jugs
Piss jugs
behind
into
that
the hall.
headboard.
You're walking by his room and a piss jug just misses
Trip, I fall.
you.
Put my hand through the drywall and my face in the piss jug.
Oh, buddy, this is what fucking years of parcel delivery will do to you, man.
It's actually funny where it's like, and that's how I got like appreciation for shoveling sidewalks, is because my dad was a parcel guy. And you know how many people blow out their knees or twist, fucking like destroy the ligaments in their knees from slipping on ice, and then they get a Percocet addiction.
Put the salt down. Gotta put the salt down, baby.
Yeah,
dude, I grew up fucking... it's different now, even out where I live, but like, dude, I grew up having to shovel like 6 feet of snow.
Well, yeah.
Out of my driveway.
Lived in a fucking...
Go ahead.
Back.
What?
You lived in the backwoods.
Holy fuck.
Sorry, my brain fell
that
apart.
That fell
there.
apart there, dude.
You lived in the back.
You blew all 4 tires on your way in for that one, eh?
Yeah.
That's cause,
spike strip.
That's because you...
I hit a syllable strip.
Back. Ow. It's like brain freeze. Ow.
Hydraulic fluid starts leaking out of my ears.
That was tough. Yeah. Yeah, nitrous green coming out of your fucking eye socket.
Yeah, all my pores start secreting extra oil.
Flooded them.
The grease nipple on an arm.
No, I did grow up in the back country.
Yeah.
Yep. And I had to shovel. But didn't you have a ton of fucking snow in Edmonton?
Yeah.
Not the same though.
Shoveled sidewalks.
Sidewalks, sure. We didn't have those.
No, you had dirt trails.
That's right. You can put the snowshoes on.
Yeah.
Head back there.
Yeah.
Make a little fire in the forest.
Yeah, and your ditch would turn into a road because it'd be packed full of snow.
Well, buddy, the ditch, you know, that's where the riches come from. The first melt, beginning of spring, all those beer bottles in the ditch. Because everybody's just rifling fucking empties out their window during the winter.
There's something. There's something about that.
You could always find a nice plush gathering of various bottles, anywhere from Lucky Lager to Labatt Blues, all hovering around any stop sign after the snow melts, because that's, you know, guys would drive by and you'd fucking whip empties at stop signs.
Watch them break.
Yeah, but you'd be lucky to break one. 8 or 9 of those are hitting the ground around there. And then I'd have to go around, and my mom would make me help her gather up cans and bottles like a fucking convict.
My mom would do that too. My mom would literally slam on the brakes in the middle of like the road and be like, "Quick, grab that 5 cents!" And then I'd have to run out, grab the bottle, and then run back in, dude. And it was so embarrassing because she would do it with my friend.
Dude, I had to walk up and down the ditch sometimes and just gather fucking cans.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're okay, right? Yeah. Like, we're okay.
Yeah,
I never saw that behavior
this is
again.
what prisoners do for community service.
Yeah, or like an old Asian guy at Trinity Bellwoods in Toronto.
Yeah, no, dude.
But yeah, it's convict
have
shit.
To run out, do that, and sometimes I would pretend to press the light just so I would be like, "Oh no, I'm pressing the light. Oh, there's 5 cents there."
Oh,
but I remember I almost got
funny.
smoked by a car too.
You did?
Yeah, because my mom would be like, "Go get it, go get it." Because the 2-liter pop bottles were worth 25 cents, and she saw a 2-liter out there.
And your mom having to come to terms with the fact that her son died
for 25 cents.
She made him go. It's not even 25, dude.
Yeah. We put the reduce in the family size for the reduce, reuse, and recycle.
Oh, that'd be so funny. All right, son. You see that over there? There's just a label from a Labatt 50 glistening in the sun. There's 4 lanes of highway between you and the bottle.
But it's a dead guy because he's frozen on the side of the road.
Oh, yeah.
And I got to replace it like it's the Indiana
torch,
Jones.
dude.
The Indiana Jones. And I replace the
Crystal
bottle.
skull?
Put it in there. And then a big, huge snowball starts chasing me.
Yeah. The car's already moving. You got to jump into it.
Like,
van.
Yeah, my mom's just
Your dad's got
it.
the fucking the door open on the parcel van. Come on, daddy boy! He's got his hand out the window.
I go to reach it, a parcel slides through and pushes me. And I'm God damn it, Daniel!
Oh, it is funny how that was like such like kind of an embarrassing thing you have to do for collectively over the course of fucking like 7 years. You probably made like $8.
What was like some of the things that your parents made you do that was like embarrassing towards your
well,
friends
no.
besides that?
Oh, dude, well, I mean, that was very much like my mom, you know, German woman coming here, and she was very, very...
Is your mom poor growing up and frugal?
They're extremely frugal, but she didn't grow up poor. Like, nobody in my family was ever rich, right? But like...
Well, I'm starting to realize that.
Very frugal. Dude, an embarrassing thing for me was, I said before, I had to like she would put all my lunches in like reused containers. I go to school and someone bust out their fucking brown bag lunch, and then I'd bust out a fucking Baycell container.
Oh,
And my
margarine
sandwich
one.
would be
Yeah,
in it.
yeah.
Big broccoli
Cool
elastic
Whip, the
around
Cool
it.
Whip?
Sure, Cool Whip. That one's coming home. She'd like to
Yeah,
use that one
yeah,
again.
yeah.
And then, big elastic around it. I'm like, why can't I just use fucking Tupperware? And so I'd always have this like reused shit. Yeah, I'm always super like, she was very, very, very environmentally conscious.
Yeah.
And she didn't want to fuck around with the environment. She was, which I respected more as I got older, but it was always fucking embarrassing when you're a kid. It's like, just fucking whip a ham sandwich into a fucking brown bag and send me to school. But instead I was getting like fucking liverwurst on dark rye fucking tossed into a sour cream container.
It's all right.
No, it was good.
She's reusing
The
the
food was
jam
good.
jars as like.
As a what?
She's using the jam jars as to-go soup
Buddy,
containers for
you can go to my parents' house and be like, where's the peanut butter? And she was like, it's in the mayonnaise container. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? It's like, oh, I don't know. Would you happen across an industrial-sized peanut butter and you had to break it into multiple things? Like, it's wild. You never know what's what.
Yeah,
You never know what's what.
It's like the opposite of when sometimes I go to my friend's house and then his mom would buy like the massive Caesar salad containers, but she would never put it into a small one. So you'd open it and then there'd just be like 6 gallons of ranch dressing or Caesar salad dressing, and you're like, why aren't you putting this into a smaller container?
Like, hold on.
Like you'd open the fridge and then the whole bottom shelf would just be like 8-liter. Like
like the
tubs.
ones that you buy, like that you would buy if you were working at a cafeteria.
Yeah, the ones that you would buy if you were literally owned a restaurant.
Right. Yeah. That's wild. That sounds like a disease.
Yeah.
That's
But then
a
it was,
problem.
and then it was like she'd be like, "Okay, we got to get that," and then she would put that out on the table. So instead of having like a small little Kraft ranch dressing or like a thing, you'd have a fucking 8-liter just boom hit the table, and then you'd have to pour
Plates
it out.
are rattling
Oh,
when it
dude!
comes
And then
down.
you'd be like, "Can I
And
just
you
have a
to
little
gently-
bit?" Yeah.
You have to get leverage. You have to stand on your chair and fucking use 2 hands.
Yeah, you puncture the bottom back of it like it's a gasoline reservoir, so you have a little air
God
flow
forbid it
coming in.
slips. God forbid that thing slips, blows up your plate.
Oh, yeah.
She probably snaps.
And then she looks at it, want not, waste not, and then you gotta
Yeah.
slurp it all back.
And you tilt your plate and put it back in.
Yeah, you're funneling it.
I can relate to things like that within my home. It was
And-
never like, you know what I mean? It's like I'm eating peanuts out of a fucking rinsed out milk bag.
Yeah, she brings her own milk bag as the produce bag, so she doesn't use that.
Buddy, I'm telling you. You fucking keep every elastic and you keep every bag ever. Oh, and reuse bags entirely.
Oh yeah,
So I'd have to bust out like just this collection of old bags anytime we went shopping.
old Ziplocs that have been used for like 19 marinades before you go
She
in
still
there.
zips, but she don't lock.
Oh no, that's not a vacuum seal, dude. You need the vacuum to actually seal it.
It's like twice as much work.
Yeah, she sticks the vacuum hose in it, but then she seals it off with a lighter.
Dude, the amount of zip ties and fucking elastics we're going through just to keep these things together is another problem. Some porpoise out in the fucking river. Not in the river, I guess.
In the ditch.
Oh, ditch porpoise.
Oh, God bless it. That's what we called Bethany.
Yeah.
Ditch porpoise. She was just sitting there. A little bit of a platypus too, because you don't know how God created her.
No, platypus was worked on with dirty hands. The Lord worked on the platypus with dirty hands. That's a bunch of spare parts that were just fucking slapped together to be funny.
Yeah.
Funny. And then on top of everything, it's poisonous.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
And a marsupial.
It has venom.
Lays eggs, right?
It has venom in its it's like in its claws or something, or if I don't know, but yeah, they're poisonous. They got fucking beaks. They got stupid fins. They can be up above water or below. It's just a fucking disaster. The platypus.
He's just double fingers.
Oh, dude, that is the dumbest fucking animal ever. And I've always said that about certain people. The Lord worked on you with dirty hands.
Dirty
We'll say.
hands. Lighten the fingers when the Lord was making you.
I say some people, it's like you feel like he was at the end of his shift. They just whipped you together. Just cobbled something together.
Yeah, like he was about to be like, "Hey, yo, God, man, we're about to party in Eden." And
Yeah,
it's
the
like
Lord was in a hurry when he worked on you.
3:30, and he's off at 4, and his boys are going to Eden.
Yeah. I was trying to do a joke, too, for a minute that bombed several times, and I just never did it again, about when I was in Toronto, because, you know, they have CAMH, the big mental institution there.
Yeah.
And I saw one day on the street, there was a lady in a CAMH shirt, like an employee of CAMH wearing the shirt, and somebody on the corner came up and they said to them, like, "Oh, you're doing the Lord's work." And I was like, actually, they're cleaning up the Lord's mess, dude. Like, if the Lord had taken a little more fucking care, they wouldn't have to do that. So you know what? They are, in fact, doing the Lord's work, doing a job that he should have done better.
It's actually like when you make these jokes, because they are humorous or whatever, and it was like that one, like, it's so raw and real that people are like, oh, easy now.
Yeah.
Like, it was like when I made the joke about I saw a homeless guy that had a sign that said, I said I can do it, and I said I can do it, and I have always said I can. And then you're like, well, maybe you should have just said I cannot do that, and you would have been in a different situation right now.
Sure, yeah. I mean, a lot of people are plagued with this thing where we tell them that they should believe they can be more. You see it in comedy every day. You see it in comedy every fucking day.
You can be something if you try hard.
Some people, you just want to grab their hand and be like, this ain't it. This ain't it, dog. You know, you don't have to do this. This is too hard.
It's not for everybody.
Sometimes I look in the mirror and say that.
Yeah, man, that's what I do when I fucking fire up my Xbox.
Oh, buddy, you can't wait to game again. You know
what,
Danny? Let's set our intentions.
We setting our intentions?
Yeah, man, we gotta go do legs.
We gotta go do legs, and then we gotta chop another pod.
That's right. We got work to be done.
Work has to be done.
Work to be done.
We must.
Let's hear what your goals are for this week.
What day is it today? Saturday. The week's gonna be ending. To be honest, I think the last pod or whatever I said that we were gonna kind of go forward with this thing. I'm really just going to embrace this fucking last day of like just doing nothing, really, man. To be honest, I'm gonna get it all out of my system, and then I'm gonna gear up all next week to have a productive, like, see you guys later, come out in the city and enjoy it, and do that. So I'm gonna try my hardest, buddy. I'm gonna try my hardest to not be a lazy sack of shit, even though I know I'm going into that full-fledged today.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to have a layer of productivity amongst the laziness. That's my intention today. Okay.
That's fair. I mean, it's going to be forced a little bit, your hand, because you got to lay down another one of these puppies.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to get, what did I say I was, 5'6"?
5'5". Nichols 5'5".
5'5". Yeah, we're going to try to get that up. I think the gym will help. I'm going back to not drinking right now. That's the plan.
When I come back, I'd like to see some double digits, although I know that you're going into the holiday season with a big intention to have holidays. A fucking drink.
No, I don't even know. Goddamn holidays, man. They get you. Like I said, okay, here it is. You're right. I want to find my Christmas spirit, Danny, this week. I want to maybe walk through the Christmas market. I want to get my eyes on the fucking tree, and I think I'm going to have to fire up. Once I'm done my shows and I'm chilling out and everything, and fire up a Christmas movie or two.
That would get
At this point in December, I've usually watched a Home Alone or, perhaps usually Christmas Vacation is closer to actual Christmas, but hell, maybe I'll give Elf another run. It's never one of my top.
I'm going to watch The Last Action Hero.
The Last Action Hero. Is that a Christmas movie?
I think. Isn't that the one where Arnold Schwarzenegger tries to find a toy for the kid? And then he's running through the Macy parade?
No. Jingle All the Way, brother.
Oh, okay.
With Sinbad. Great one.
Is it?
Oh, it's so good. Phil Hartman's the neighbor. He's trying to bang his wife the whole time.
I think so.
He's so fucking funny. That's the one.
He has to find the action hero?
That's the one.
For his son?
Yeah. Turbo Man. Yeah, it's Jingle All the Way.
Oh, I thought it was Last Action Hero.
Phil Hartman is so goddamn funny as the neighbor in that. R.I.P. Canadian legend. Phil Hartman from the same town as Wayne Gretzky. Brantford, Ontario.
Brantford. Big theater out there. Theater.
Yeah, so let's get the Christmas spirit going. Let's get a fucking good pump on at the gym. Let's just fucking dig in, hey? Let's finish this.
Let's have a good day today.
Let's have a good day. Let's have a good fucking week. Let's get healthy in body and mind. Let's prep for the holidays. Let's go into seeing all of our people in the best possible version of ourselves, okay? You good with that?
I'm okay with that. I think I can do that.
All right.
Can I still wear my headset?
Danny, I'm surprised that you don't wear fucking earmuffs and people are even allowed to touch your ears, man. Because when I watch Something About Mary, I see a lot of you in that guy.
Stemming.
I see a stemming.
He's stemming.
Don't touch his ears.
He's stemming.
No, I want you to put your headset on. I want you to enjoy some fucking games. I want you to enjoy your bedroom, buddy. You got about 5 days left here, and I think you got to make those. You got to make those count. So, you know what? I'll just slide sandwiches under your door. You get that big gap.
Big gap.
On your
slid
door.
a piss disc under there. You can slide a salami sandwich.
Exactly, dude. I can feed you from outside. You don't even have to open your door. You don't have to look at me. You don't have to communicate with me. You can
I
just
want to, though.
play your games. You can smoke weed out of the apple you got in there.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be rotting by tonight.
Oh, yeah, just like the insides.
That's it. The metaphorical apple.
Ready.
That'll be good, buddy. We're going to pick it up. We're going to have a good one. Let's go get a good workout in. And God bless you people. And I hope you guys all find a little Christmas spirit.
Find Christmas spirit. Enjoy yourselves. Share the joys and the love that is St. Nicholas and Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior.
God bless you guys. God bless us, Danny.
God bless us.
And God bless
America.
America. Ta-ta, motherfuckers.
Later, Gators.